And welcome in. Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. I am one half of your host and virtual bartender, Mr. Nick Teodoro. Joining me, as always, my tag team partner in life, Nicole. Nicole, what are you having this evening? Sorry, I couldn't get it out. There's a lot of words.
You know me, guys. I am drinking Tito's cranberry and orange juice. Mr. Nick, tell people what you're drinking and our three things for the show.
I'm drinking my J-Lore 7 Oaks Cabernet, as per usual, as you like to say. Well, Mercedes Monet looks to make history by winning the AEW Women's World title. We will crown a new AEW National Champion, and the Young Bucks may be turning face. All that and much more as we preview AEW Full Gear on Saturday, November 22nd, 2025. This is the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
My baby want a Birkin. She's been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries. The list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell him bring another round when he's let it go. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
And welcome back in. Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy AEW Full Gear Day. Let's get ready, Nikki.
Yes.
Before we get into all the festivities and our predictions and all that fun and our theories and things that may or may not happen, do you have any particular matches that you're excited for or your overall thoughts before you get into specifics?
It's always... I always necessarily don't always love the builds that they do to these pay-per-views, but AEW always crushes a pay-per-view. So I'm excited. Fletcher Briscoe, obviously Joe Hangman. I think the women's four-way has a lot of implications in that, obviously, with the stipulation, but I think there's a lot to talk about, a lot to get into.
Yeah, well, there's 9 matches on the card for AEW.
Small potatoes for TV.
I know, you didn't go double digit. Well, there there is 10.
Well, again, if you count the
pre-shows.
Brawl, he want to say brawl, but it's a tailgate brawl, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the 0 hour. I don't know why they dropped that. Maybe like a tailgate thing.
I'm not sure. But we got people coming in. Matt, welcome in, Matt. New friend of the show. He's got his podcast of his own. Looking forward to hearing some of your opinion. You want to call in? We got call-ins a little bit into the show, about an hour into the show, when we finish up all of our theories and predictions. But Nikki, we are here, like I said, to discuss AEW Full Gear. We are 3 hours-ish away? What time is it?
Yeah, the tailgate starts at 7, main 8.
Yeah, so we are 3 hours out from AEW Full Gear. And again, like we mentioned, 9 matches on the card. It's going to be some crazy culmination of some storylines, I think, potentially with the main event with Samoa Joe, maybe definitely with Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher, which we'll get into. That'll be an interesting one. So a lot to get into. But Nikki, let's kick it off. If you don't know what's on the card, let's catch you up on some of the matches for AEW Full Gear.
I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. And I know I need a new face.
right, Nikki.
Mhm.
Let's get to it. First match on the card. We will. Well, first, before we get to that, actually, I should discuss. You can hold it high.
Nick spoiled me so that I've been winning, and I got this lovely little. Oh God, why do you always go full frame?
Because everyone's got to see the glory.
Apparently the Chris Jericho era.
I'm better than you, and you know it.
But yes, Nikki is the reigning champion after a 7-1 performance
Which is banana pants.
of our 8 picks for Wrestle Dream. I was 5-3, but I still am 2 up on you for the year, 43-12.
Yes.
So
I kept going against the Hurt Business.
I know. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But Nikki, let's start it off. First match of the night. We have Kenny Omega and the Jurassic Express taking on Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks in a $1 Million Trios match. I'm going to throw this up in the chat here as a poll. But before we get to it, what is your overall thoughts on this match, your expectations and your predictions?
I feel like we don't have Kenny for a long time, but a good time. He lost, obviously, at All In to Okada. I feel like Kenny needs a win here. And also, Jurassic Express coming back together. I want Luchasaurus to come out with Vacuum again because that was fantastic. But I think the faces are going to take this one. And whatever the Young Bucks do, I'm so much of AEW is like, who's the Young Bucks friends with? Who are they, who's going to be with them this week? And I'm just like, are they going to get back with the Kenny? I don't necessarily want
that is the question. Can the Young Bucks turn face? I threw that out there. The Don Callis family, or Don Callis is recruiting them, and the whole family is recruiting them. Ever since they lost the EVP titles, they've been on this downturn and now kind of this arc of bringing them back up. That could reignite them and reinvigorate them as a team and reinterest them. I mean, they're still one of the more entertaining parts of AEW. And then that brings about the question, because they were supposed to give he wanted to give the EVP trigger, V trigger, whatever they're calling it now, to Omega on Dynamite. Didn't necessarily happen before they were about to make their decision. They didn't necessarily do it. So they still haven't fully joined the Callis family. So there still is that, I think, that angle, that avenue right now for them to turn face. So to me, I 100% think that the Young Bucks are turning face. And then that could lead to my next theory. Could we actually see a new version of the Elite?
Are you adding people?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think with Jurassic Express, I think they might be able to, because remember Jack Perry had the history with the Bucks for a little bit too.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Heel turn.
Yeah, but I think that there may be something, and I guess Luchasaurus is going to be there because he's a tag partner, but I think maybe putting them in I don't know if they're going to call them the Elite, but a version of that. I could totally see that happening. I don't know. Do you
swapping out Hangman for Perry and then Cody for Luchasaurus?
Potentially, yes. But again, just as a group, because again, your AEW is a very faction-oriented company. So you have the Don Callis family. The Bucks are potentially not
to join together to feud with the Callis family.
Yeah, exactly. Because the Callis family, and as we go towards later in the night, which we're going to predict a little later on, the Mark Briscoe match, Mark Briscoe could potentially be a member of the Don Callis family if he loses. So that's another theory that I have. So I don't know. I just kind of throw that out there. Could that be a potential avenue? I could see the Bucks potentially turning face and turning on Don Callis and not necessarily joining his family, and helping out their friend Kenny Omega, and maybe there's some sort of group, because then they're against the whole Don Callis family. It's just the two of them against them. So
basically every single member of the Don Callis, well, not every single, because Archer, but a majority of the family You have the trios during the Brawl for All. You got this match. You got Fletcher doing stuff. Like, they're all over the place.
So, Nikki, ultimately, we got it up in the poll, but ultimately, who do you got in this match?
Yeah, I'm going Kenny and Jurassic Express.
I agree with you on this. I think that the three of them, the faces are going over, and I think that, yeah, like I mentioned, there might be some sort of new elite type group joining up, and I got the faces here winning and moving on. The chat agrees with us too. They got Jurassic Express 100% unanimous.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's rarely happened on the show.
I know. Don't get used to it, kid.
Moving on. We got this one actually is a really interesting one. Darby Allin taking on Pac, and to me, this buildup actually might be as good, if not to some extent, slightly below the buildup that they've had for Mox and Darby this whole time with the Death Riders. Because Pac's probably done as much to Darby as anybody in the Death Riders. Sans maybe Claudio, because Claudio just tosses him off everything.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it could potentially spell the end. Like this, I think we're leading towards a potential end of the Death Riders finally. But to me, I guess that's my question. How was the build up for this match? Did you like it?
I mean, it's probably 2 episodes. I mean, like Pac did that impressive, like, I was thinking, power slam.
Yeah. Gorilla press.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. I was like, it's some. Anywho, so presses him off through the table into the thing. And then I really loved the vignette promo that he cut. When he was just like, it's just going to be me and you in the ring. No gimmick, no nonsense, no nothing. I agree. I think this is going to be a very fun match. I want Pac healthy and in AEW, and I want to see him matches. Cut his hair, looking jacked as fuck. I put Pac to the goddamn moon.
Yeah.
Between him and Hangman, the reason why this is called Full Gear. Like, in the first place. He showed up at the press conference in gear. I'm also I'm over Darby and Mox, and I think I want a new evolution of the Death Riders, and we can get to that later on in the night. But I want Pac to win so goddamn bad. I have this.
You're very hell bent on Pac winning and getting it pushed. I get it. I guess I get it. I don't know. I mean, to me, but Darby's a pillar. He's a pillar.
Talk about Darby Allin. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's been the one who's been picked on the most from the Death Riders. He's the one who has the most to gain by taking them down, and really in storyline wise, I think it makes the most sense for Darby Allin to be the one to start one by one picking them off. I mean, even though Hangman did that when he won the world title, the one who to end the group should be Darby Allin.
But I necessarily don't want them to end. Again, I think we'll get to it, but I think Pac leaves, Moxley leaves, and then I think there's going to be a new rise of the Death Riders. And I think Marina Shafir is going to lead that shit.
Steven! You heard it on good authority. One of these guys, quote, sucks. I know. Where's Ed? We're waiting for Ed to chime in.
But I don't know. We need to do something different, and I'm ready. I don't know. I just want Pac to be good and do good and do things. So
to me, that's what it comes down to is ultimately, I want to see Darby Allin finish the story. So to me, Nikki, this is where we disagree. I got Darby Allin and you got Pac. So you
I think this is one of those things that I go with like my heart. You know, like I feel like I felt super confident at Wrestle Dream. Here is a lot of what's not like what I want to happen, not what's probably going to happen, but I want Pac to win. So I will die on this sword, and I'm sure we'll talk on Friday that. You know,
I know you pick with your heart too often.
I do,
but then again, you're reigning champion from the 7-1 from last time, so I know that glorious gold.
Yeah,
23 carat. So sticking with that theme of the Death Riders, we'll move on to Jon Moxley, Kyle O'Reilly, no holds barred. Nikki,
That's a terrible photo of Kyle, and I object.
well, I didn't take it, so don't yell at me. Don't hate the messenger. So Mox tapped out in, I almost called it War Games, AEW War Games,
Oh,
Blood and
yeah.
Guts. And ultimately, now we're headed towards Kyle O'Reilly trying to finish the job and get him to tap out again. Overall, I get the fact that he beat up the conglomeration, the Death Riders beat up the conglomeration a lot during this whole process. And, by the way, our chat was split on the last match, 50-50.
Oh.
Should have said that. I gotta remind me before we get out of it. Switch matches. But ultimately, I get that he's beat the conglomeration down forever, and now it's like everyone's getting their licks on him, it seems like. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on this match, but I do think it's leading towards potentially, again, we've talked about the weakness in Mox. He's tapped out. He's cost, he's lost the world title. Then he lost, I'm almost called it War Games again, Blood and Guts for them. So, like, there's a lot of doubt that have kind of been seeded. So, like, will the Death Riders leave Mox is my question if he loses and taps out.
I really just think this is the wrong stipulation. Like we said last week, I think last week, this should be, I think Reese agreed with me, this should be like a submission match. Because it's not like Moxley has the bulldog choke or the rear naked choke or the same thing. But it's not like he doesn't have submission moves either. So I feel like it should have been a submission match. But okay, there's so many matches that have all the things. But I think, and maybe they won't do this because they just kind of did this on NXT, but wouldn't it be crazy if one of the Death Riders, maybe it would be Marina, but she has a match. Marina's match would have to be earlier in the night. But like, what happens if Marina or Claudio like threw in the towel and then just like walk away and discuss? Because I think the Death Riders need to put Jon Moxley down, or Moxley taps or Kyle pins Mox, and then the Death Riders come out and then like beat him up. That like you're not our fearless leader anymore. You're tapping out. You don't know what you're doing anymore. Like, and then they go off on like their own. And I just want Marina to do all the things. Well,
the other thing is too, is like Marina is with Megan Bayne and seemingly getting a pretty good push there. Like they could just go off on their own and oh my gosh, not Claudio, another C.
Who are you trying? Who are you thinking?
Former TNT champion.
Death Rider?
Yeah.
Danny
Garcia. I don't know why it's C. Garcia. But Danny Garcia could go off with her and just be like, kind of like, oh, like.
Why can't she run the stable of badass? She's a badass bitch. I want her to run this so bad.
Because the Death Riders need to die, and she can start her own stable.
I said this last week. I feel like everyone thought the JD was gonna die when Rhea left, and that kept going. And I feel like we can just do a new iteration of this. I just want her to be a badass running badass people. I like the group together. I feel like, I don't know.
I am over this group. I've been over this group for a long time.
Would it be different if Moxley was out? Like, checks in.
Not necessarily. I don't
know. But like, also I heard rumors that Roddy might turn on Kyle to join the Death Riders. And that would make me super sad. But then Marina has to run it. You have your work husband and your real husband in the same faction.
Unacceptable.
Keep your.
The chat is split on this one too.
I don't know.
50-50.
And it's also, I am going Kyle. Because I love Kyle O'Reilly so much. And I'm just like, oh, Moxley needs to lose and again take rid of.
I'm actually agreeing with you.
What?
I know.
Teasing me.
I know. Total swerve.
I don't like this.
Yeah. I think Kyle O'Reilly is going to get the victory, and that this is the end of Mox, either in the Death Riders or the Death Riders period. I'm banking on this being the end of the Death Riders, and that maybe there'll be two separate groups that that kind of break up from here.
I don't like you agreeing with me, especially on Kyle O'Reilly.
Matt's writing and he goes, I find it interesting that they haven't made a mention of the relationship between Marina and Roddy. Yeah, like on air. It's interesting.
I guess I don't know if it's considered canon or not. It's been mentioned on EW with RJ City. I know she talked about it on Shiraya's podcast. Also, at one point, whatever Dynamite, they were standing face to face, like at each other, and she wrote on Twitter, like, "Fuck you, Roddy." Like, that's something we would do. But like, I don't know, when she was like, non-kayfabe on Shiraya's podcast, she like gushed over how much she loves Roddy, and he's like the best, and their son right away. But I don't know. I would love them kind of be maybe because I love wrestling couples, and I love wrestling couples to be together.
And that's all you care about.
That's all I do care about. It's my favorite.
But yeah, no. So we actually do agree.
I don't know.
We got Kyle O'Reilly, but the chat is.
I think we agree that Kyle's going to win, but disagree on the outcome.
Yeah.
Like what will happen if Kyle wins. See, also, Matt, you're new, so I'm sort of talking to you. We love to disagree, and I'm shitting on each other is sort of our love language. So I don't like you agreeing with me. You're jinxing me.
I don't like you agreeing with me either.
Oh, also, I don't know. I give Nick all my picks so he can do his cute little graphics. I don't know what he picks, so I learn with all of you guys. Yeah. And also, I don't go to production meetings, so I really don't know what's going on in this podcast. Yeah,
she doesn't pay too much attention. And I just keep screaming,
"Acknowledge me! Acknowledge me!"
So that's how we roll over here. But moving on, you talked about it. So you mentioned Roddy's wifey, Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne in the 4-way tag team match, which will decide the stipulation between the semifinal round, which also includes Marina Shafir and Timeless Toni Storm, which are called the Timeless Love Bombs. Then we have Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, which I think they had a name.
Babes of Wrath.
Oh, yeah.
If you can read your...
I can't even read it. And the Sisters of Sin, Julia Hart and Skye Blue. Yeah, I can't even read it. So, yeah, you were talking about it with... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
One thing that doesn't make sense to me about this match. So, the winner gets to pick the stipulation for their quarterfinal or semifinal. It's not... So, out of the two matches, only one has a stipulation, but the other one doesn't. That seems weird to me. Like, oh yeah.
So it's not both. I thought it was just. I thought it was both. Like,
do they
like both? There's two separate matches. So you're like, I'm no DQ, and
yeah,
both
if I win and I pick a tables match, both matches are table matches.
That's what I thought. That's how I interpreted it.
Oh, okay.
The round, the semifinal round.
Okay, that makes more sense.
But it could. It's an interesting. I don't know.
Please correct me because I was like, that sounds weird that one match doesn't get it. One has a dip and the other one doesn't. So, but I guess that would make more sense. Like, hey, I pick a tables match, and everyone has to do a tables match. But then we do back-to-back table matches.
Yeah, but you book them in there, put them in different parts of the night. Or maybe if it's not the same week, I don't know if they're doing one's on Collision, one's on Dynamite. Like you could do it a lot of different ways.
I don't know, but also,
Steven says Tony's logic.
There's just so much stipulations. But I guess it's a way to get the ladies on the card. I'm not mad at it. I do really like all four teams here. So you do like all four teams. I'm going to pose a question here on the four teams. Which tag team of these four, which of these four tag teams has the most potential? Before I post who wins, or who you want to win here in the chat, who do you think of this group has the most potential? I want to say Marina, Megan, but I guess it is Toni and Mina because I feel like, all right, we're taking Toni out of the world title scene. So, but everyone loves her. Let's just put a tag team belt on her. But I also really like Sisters of Sin. Again, those are your up and coming girls that should get TV time and the push as well. And I also really love Julia Hart. And then Skye Blue, I think it was her coming out party in Blood and Guts. But I don't know. And I don't like Willow and Harley seem kind of thrown together, but I guess you can.
But they've been doing well.
But you can you could also say about that with all 8 of them. But like, I love Harley Cameron so much. Like, it's her character work, and I feel like we had that debate. Was it last week or was it yesterday? About her.
Harley Cameron?
Yeah.
It was last night. Yeah.
Okay. Because we're talking about like her going to WWE.
Yeah, I think she's got great
was it me and
commercial
Steven
appeal.
or me and Reese that were like, no, she's just staying at AEW.
Yeah, because Reese.
I don't know. I think this is like AEW has a really actually stacked women's division, and if he gives them time and attention and TV time, again, I think this is going to be a great match. Like, I think Toni can do no wrong, and surrounded by the 7 of them, I think it's going to be a fun match. It's probably going to be a little car crashy, as these, multi-person matches tend to be.
Yeah, like to me, I feel like as a team, like just to kind of go back to like who has the most potential, I feel like as a team, the Sisters of Sin probably are the most. And like Cameron and Willow were thrown together, but they've been very entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Which is, I'm surprised you just.
What?
I know you don't like Willow. Or is she growing on you?
She's like okay. She's getting okay.
Okay.
But like, because like she's got like the upbeat, like bubbly personality. So like I think with another person like Harley, it plays well.
Mm-hmm.
Bayne and Shafir are 2 just badass bitches just together, and it's just like, all right, that's cool, but I don't know. Like same thing with like male tag teams that are like that, like big like AOP. They're hard to book sometimes. Like you either book them dominantly and then they just kind of fall off. So it's like really hard to book tag teams like that in any way. So to me, I think just gimmick wise, they've been together. What they're able to do with what's it? Are they called Triangle of? Or no, that's the other one. No, what is their faction called?
Triangle of Madness?
Yeah, is that a different one? No, that's a different one.
I thought they were the Triangle of Madness.
Yeah, the Triangle. Yeah,
are you thinking Death Triangle?
No. Triangle of Madness is Sisters of Sin plus.
Yeah.
So like that, the faction that they're forming, like they work really well together.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like what they can do as a unit, and like whereas everyone else in this grouping to me is just waiting, just biding time to be a singles star or whatever TBS title that they're going to put it on. So ultimately, yeah, it's just interesting. Interesting debate when I was looking at these 4 teams. But Nikki, who do you got? You mentioned it earlier.
I'm going to go the Timeless Love Bombs. They just came out with new music, a new hat, a new coat, and new dance moves. So this is a weird, what Mariah May and Mina did in Stardom, mixing in with the Timeless Toni Storm gimmick. But they cut the promo, and I don't remember because technically if it was Dynamite or Collision, but they did cut that promo, and they were talking about like all of the stipulations that they can think of and do. And I think on bold prediction, I don't think they're going to wind up winning the belts. So I think then also what happened in Blood and Guts, I think they'll win here, be like, hey, like why she quit for the team. They'll get a win back here. And then I don't necessarily think, I think Toni chasing the belts at first would be more interesting than her getting it off the bat. But I think they'll get the win here and not eventually win the titles.
That's fair. The chat agrees. Well, actually, no. It was unanimous for a second and not anymore. I agree with you with Timeless Love Bombs. I just think because of the stipulation, I think that, it's not the belts. They will probably win this round and get a nice little happy moment as a team and then move on. But the chat has got it at 67% Timeless Love Bombs and then Sisters of Sin.
I'm going to be mad at it. I don't know.
Yeah, Matt's like, he doesn't care about the Smash bathroom break. Yeah, I get it. Toni doesn't book women's wrestling well.
They're going to be put after, like, a really, they'll be after fucking, like, Mox and O'Reilly. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be. He always tends to put the women after a match they shouldn't be put after.
Hey, Chris. Hey,
And-
Chris, I know you call in now. Now this is your time. I heard you've been starting to make calls. So, Chris, we want to hear from you. Fellow New Jersey.
I
New
know
Jersey.
AEW is live in New Jersey, and so are we.
Yeah. So
But we briefly talked about going, and I was like, that is a long pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I'd rather be on our couch watching it with the
tickets
dog.
skyrocketed too.
Oh, did they?
They went really pretty high.
I mean, like, still gonna be cheaper than WWE.
Yeah, but
I know. It's just better. I can have a cocktail on the couch with the dog than being in the Prudential Center
yeah, and spending $25 on a
on a beer. Yeah.
So.
Which I feel like the only time I drink beer now is if we go to like a wrestling show or like a baseball game.
Yeah, it's true. So, Nikki, from one tag team grouping to another, we move on to. By the way, just I was getting mind fucked with this. Doesn't Cash Wheeler look like he's in a wheelchair and he's like very upset, like handicapped disabled athlete? Yeah, like I looked at that and I was like, he's a guy I competed against. Like I really was like, and I was like, he just looks like he's really upset because he lost a race. Like he was in the New York City Marathon. And like his tire popped and he just got screwed over.
Yeah.
And he's like, motherfucker.
Oh god. This match hurts my heart a little bit. Because I love Brodito. They came out of nowhere and I think we've all fell in love with them. But I've also been in love with FTR for a very long time. I probably have more FTR shirts than any other wrestler or like work clothes shirts. Yeah, that being said, I don't think, and I think this is where I'm going to be wrong. So I think this is me going with my heart here. I don't think FTR need them. I don't need FTR to win and be these heelies and then go into a program with the face Young Bucks again. I don't want you to see that. I'm not here for that. I think it's more interesting having it on Brodito, again, building different stars and then doing other things.
Yeah, Crispy's saying he went in 2022, not last year, to Full Gear. But yeah, we're all watching on HBO Max, that's for sure. But yeah, like I don't know that. Yeah, the FTR needs a match now. To me, could this be, kind of like a statement, a signature win for Brodito? Like they just beat the Young Bucks last month? That they were in that triple threat, right?
Yes.
So you have a victory over the Young Bucks. You can get a victory over FTR and look more, credible as a tag team. I definitely get that. But the other thing too, the other side of the coin is Brody King ready for a singles run?
To go after who?
Well, there's a million belts. I mean,
Well, that's what I'm saying. So right now,
Tony's gonna have the national title now too. I mean,
I think he's above the national at this. If you wanted to put the national title, he'd be in that match. He's not. The Keshta Okada thing is going to be a thing. I still think you're going to be in whoever wins that match. I still think it's going to be Fletcher Briscoe thing. And it's not going to go up to Hangman right now. So it's just like, why keep him in a fun thing, doing fun things with Brodito. Brodito.
but
I do. I would I love eventually
because I think he's one of the organic stars that they've built up in the last couple of years. That he could be a guy that you could build up to the main event.
To be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think you could pull the trigger, have him hang around the mid card, and eventually go after the TBS title. When
TNT.
TBS, sorry.
TNT's Moné.
Wrong station. But I don't know. I think it could definitely.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't be mad at that, but that's not what I want right now. And again, I very much love FTR, but my heart wants Brodito.
Yeah, well, Matt disagrees. He says he's dying to see this match, but it was a tag team I never saw coming when it happened. Didn't expect it to be good, but it's amazing. That being said, he thinks FTR is winning.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people are a lot of people are saying. I get it. Like
Nikki
I'm not
and I disagree.
Stop! You agree with me so much. I know, and I just feel like this is one like I feel like again, if FTR wins, I really wouldn't be like I wouldn't be mad about it. I just don't. If their immediate next program is the Young Bucks, I would be mad. I just want new things, and I said that last night about WWE, where I'm team everybody. I just want new and fresh and different. So, like, a heel FTR with Stokely with the belts, I'm okay with, but just give me different opponents for them to face.
Yeah, they haven't. Well, now that Jurassic Express is back, they're seemingly starting to try and build back up, the tag team division a little bit with I almost called them Air Jordans. Not Air Boom. What are they?
Top Flight?
No, not Top Flight. The other group, Kevin Knight and
Jet Speed.
Jet Speed.
Air Boom.
Air Boom. Air Boom was Evan Bourne and
Kofi
Kofi Kingston. Yes.
Oh my god.
But
Stop it.
all right, moving on to the actual TNT Championship.
And again,
No disqualification. Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe, and this is a match that actually probably has the most build-up. By the way, I keep doing this.
Oh yeah.
50-50 chat was last.
Yeah.
Bandito.
Sounds about right.
So everyone's splitting that, but this one is going to be interesting because I think, to me, this probably has the most build-up of any of the matches.
Most, but
I mean, in terms of backstory and everything else.
Yeah.
I've
done our bars. I'm so excited about this match.
Yeah, like Kyle Fletcher's been champion for a few months now. I think he's gotten some nice victories, but could it be winding down and time for him to maybe?
Did he technically win it in July or August? He didn't win it at all when he should have. But was it the next Dynamite?
I can double check.
That Dustin dropped it? Was that still technically July or was that August?
Someone in the chat can probably before I do it, as I'm setting up the poll.
I don't know, but this is one match that I literally, because when I'm texting you, I wrote both names down, deleted it. Like, I really got back and forth because I can really see this going either way. Is this the thank you for everything, Mark Briscoe? Here is your.
Well, if Briscoe loses, he has to join the Don Callis family as well.
Right.
So that's the other.
Yeah, so there's. Yes. Is this here's your flowers? Thank you, Mark Briscoe. Have the belt. Or are we going to go into fun vignettes of like this pretty woman, Princess Diaries? Are we going to try to polish the country boy? Like, could we see Don Callis and Kyle Fletcher try to put him in suits and loafers and all this other stuff? Like, wouldn't that be like?
Well, that's a good question. Like, what is the potential of Mark Briscoe with the Callis? Like, yeah, because it could be like a Daniel Bryan when he was with the Wyatts. It was something along those lines where he was kind of like resistive and just like anti-conformist, whatever the term, and like it would be kind of a neat little dynamic on screen for a little bit that he's just kind of like forced to do, because it's not a storyline we haven't seen done numerous times before and played well.
What I think would be more fitting than Bryan in the Wyatts, I think maybe Randy Orton in the Wyatts. That you join the group and then try to take them down with it. Sow the seeds of discontent. Like, fucking Brody should have been such a fucking triple threat match. Like, oh my god. But like, again, got Luke and Bray away from each other. Can, just his, like, I don't want to say dumb self, but his like goofy self saying like, oh, you with Takeshi and Okada, like, y'all don't get along, and like just sow all these seeds and point out all the hypocrisies of what's going on in the Callis family. To me, like, I'm saying I'm going Fletcher because I think it's sort of the same with Brody King. If Fletcher doesn't have this belt, where does he go right now? He's not going after Hangman. I'd rather have him have the belt a little longer because I do.
Wait, you're going Fletcher?
I'm going Fletcher.
I
told you I was going Fletcher.
Well, because before you do that, because then we're differing on that. So we're going to be a little different. But what happens to Kyle Fletcher if he loses?
That's what I'm saying. There's no way. We just had the conversation about like he's not going after Hangman.
He could if you're gonna make him the proto star. Like this is your opportunity to move him up to another level. Like, hey, he's no longer in the mid card now. If you're, I get he had that one moment. Now he's not gonna go right after Hangman, but I think you could build him up in the main event scene.
But then who would he go feud against if he's not going after Hangman? Who's in that main event? Well, who's the next top baby face besides Hangman? I would say Mark Briscoe. OC, who's not in the main event scene, who's never really
Darby.
Oh, fuck Darby. I wouldn't want to see Fletcher Darby.
Well, for a couple of 2 months, 1 or 2 months is not terrible. A feud they could do. I
think it's more interesting to have Fletcher.
You could have one of the returns, returning Swerve or returning to what, I think that there's some potential there. Like you could even put him in a feud, just a standalone feud with a guy like a Bobby Lashley who needs to be in the main event scene, and they can elevate him.
No.
I just think there's a lot more. So Nikki and I do disagree. So this graphic's going to be wrong. I have Mark Briscoe.
You don't read a text message.
I will double check. I'm going to check the facts.
No, I definitely said Fletcher. There's another one that I deleted one back.
See, so
my phone's upstairs. So did I really?
You did say Fletcher because you said because Brodito. That's what threw me off. The Brodito. Bro. So all right, so we'll fix that one later.
I just think it's more interesting for Fletcher to keep the belt and then Mark to be in the Callis family and what that does tonight. The seeds of discontent. I don't know, but it be very much be like a thank you, Mark Briscoe. Here's the belt. I wouldn't be mad at it either, but I think it's more interesting to Fletcher to keep the belt.
I don't know. I think it's I think it's better. Briscoe's going to get his thank you and his flowers for the next 2-3 months and get his chance to be a mid-card champion. But I don't know. Also, let us know in the chat if you agree, disagree. The chat's got 100% Kyle Fletcher. So when I'm right, I will be here telling you I told you so.
Also, there was a rumor that they were doing like a best of 7 with the two of them. Is this going to be 6 or is this going to be 5 between them? So it makes me, I don't know. Then do you put hot? I just feel like the TNT belt has been hot-shotted so much. And I would like to kind of see a stable champion with that belt for a while.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, Nikki, let's get to the moment of the night where we will definitely see a new champion. The Casino Gauntlet match, which normally is for the number 1 contendership, but now it's going to be for the newly minted AEW National Championship, which has tremendous history dating back to all the NWA's stuff all around. I don't know. Toni,
don't tell that to what's his face, who's the NWA National Champion. He picked up on social media, but I think I think more of an homage to that belt, and also it's really the whatever they call an international belt because Toni was like, oh, they can take it here, they can take it there, they can take it everywhere. So that's really what I kind of went back and forth on, and I think. I don't really love my answer to this one, but it's just like, who is someone that's a mid-card that you can kind of throw away anywhere? Because I think when Pac had an international belt and when OC had the belt, they were actually defending it in other places. Okada's not doing that. Yeah.
Matt, I agree. Why are they doing another belt? The lineage at all, but just consolidated 2 belts? Yeah. Just to add another. It's the dumbest. Exactly. It makes no sense. No, I agree 100%. So, yeah, to me, it's extra. Just make it the number 1 contendership. Maybe he feels like he booked himself into a corner for some reason. I don't know. But
you don't have to have this match, or just have you can put the stipulation on it as a future opportunity, or championship opportunity.
So, it does beg the question. So I'll throw out a few names. First off, because we could expect some returns. So
Mhm.
could Jay White return in this match? You talked about a potential upper mid card guy who could travel around to different promotions defending this national championship. Could we potentially see Jay White returning?
I wouldn't be mad at it. I don't know if he's about ready-ish. I would love to see him back with the Bang Bang Gang, obviously, now that Juice grew his hair back, his facial hair back. He's definitely an option. But again, would Tony put a belt on a returning star? Probably.
Yeah, that's exactly what you could do. That's why I was like, oh, maybe not. Like, put it on someone, give someone a decent enough return. Yeah, and like, but it's Tony Khan. So the booking, you just never know.
Wow.
The other person is, could MJF return?
I'm better than you, and you know it.
There was a stat floating around that he is undefeated at Full Gear. But I would want him to go straight back into the main event scene. I don't think you're going to put a belt on him that you want to, unless he's going to go back down to CMLL and feud with not Sin Cara.
No, Mystico.
There you go. I was like, that's not his name. But like, I kind of, unfortunately, I'm sad to say, I think this is kind of beneath MJF.
Yeah, because it's the main event. That's what I thought too. Because I was like, when we're talking about predictions, like, I was like, maybe MJF, maybe Jay White are names. Matt's saying he needs King Switch back. We'll see. Yeah, well, before we get to our actual and who do you think's winning, because obviously you can't put a poll because it could be an infinite number of people. Yeah, throw it in the chat who you got winning. But before that, my question is, we threw out a couple names, but there's usually a surprise. Who returns in this match, or maybe debuts?
Chris Jericho is going to come back.
Well, I wouldn't be shocked. Like, imagine that. Like, yeah, he comes back and he's now the national championship. He's like, I'm not. No, because the Ochos is Ring of Honor thing, so he couldn't really do that. But like, question.
It's never going to happen. But would I love my Eddie to win this?
I thought about that too.
He has a match on the pre-show. Again,
so would he pull double duty?
He could. I mean, like, the match is him and Hook versus the Horseman. Like, the workhorse.
Him and Hook versus the Horseman.
The workhorseman, not the horseman. So I'm like, he could. I would love that because, like, he did have all the. And again, why are we doing the Continental Classic again? That belt's not the belt anymore. Why are we doing it? Tony, stop your tournament. Like, stop the madness. You didn't even finish the women's tournament yet, and you're introducing another tournament before your other tournament's done.
Yeah,
I do love a good tournament.
But to me, yeah, like,
it's too much. I
could see one of those two names returning. Like, I think Jay White's a logical fit in the mid card here to return in this battle royal. But let us know. Do you have another name that might fit the mold? I'm trying to think of who else has been like out and like. Could there be a surprise, like someone outside the company? Like, could a guy like, I don't know, Karrion Kross, like Killer Kross show up? Like, maybe friend of the show, Killer Kross.
Friend of the show, Killer Kross. Oh my god, sweet little baby pickle. Which is interesting because we didn't really talk about it, but TK was on Ariel Helwani's show, and I think it was on his show that he said that like he hasn't talked to Kross in years, and I think on an interview. Kross said he had talked to AEW, and they think they didn't want to talk to him because they thought.
Oh, Jackson's being a bad dog.
Where the fuck did he get a tissue from? And then he's eating it.
Unbelievable. These animals. This is what happens when you go live.
Also, for our new kids on our podcast, our dog usually sleeps on the couch, but we are an hour early, so he didn't get fed yet.
Yeah, so he's being a bad.
So we're in the witching hour.
Oh, Matt said he's be at the GCW show tonight.
Oh, true. Isn't that also in New Jersey?
Yeah, that's in New Jersey. Actually, it's at the mall.
Going from the mall to Prudential Center is nothing.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Never say never, kid.
That would be a big shock, though. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't know. If you got any theories, throw them in the chat. Let us know.
No,
But
you get it.
Nikki,
Yes.
who you got?
So I'm going against all my instincts because I always go against the Hurt Business. But I kind of feel like when we talked about Mark Briscoe, you kind of like, here's what you deserve. I'm Shelton Benjamin.
Ooh.
I think everyone's saying Ricochet, and I get him having the belt, him being
Well, I'm saying Ricochet because of what you just said earlier, is the fact that you talk about this person's going to defend this belt all at different promotions around the world, and who's like a workhorse wrestler that could do that? Ricochet. And he's been getting so much better on the mic in the last year. He's been phenomenal. So like, to me, give him this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I could totally see happening would be great is you want to throw a swerve out there, have MVP join up with Ricochet and drop the Hurt Syndicate. And MVP leads that group.
Real tired of Ricochet and the Hurt Business.
Steven did on Saturday night. It only take 3
I don't think it would be that bad. And this, like, if it was the summer, maybe, but I don't know. Also, like, I don't know. Shelton Benjamin hitting that super kick that the ref fucked up, but like, I don't know. I feel like it could be also like a thank you to Shelton Benjamin. But I'm also like, I'm so tired of the Hurt Business. I'm so tired of Ricochet and the Hurt Business. But I couldn't, like, I don't, unless they put it on Jay, if Jay White comes back and put it on it, like, I don't, besides Ricochet and Shelton, I really don't know who else they would put it on.
John Cena, any national shit.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. But yeah, I got Ricochet in this one.
I don't know, I usually love the gauntlet, I really like the stipulation that they do this, but like this, this doesn't intrigue me. Or grab me. I'm like, this is another made-up belt that you're going to do jack all with, that you have the belt already and mushed it with another belt. But then you're like,
yeah,
it doesn't make push them together so you can have that Kenny Okada.
I think he just uses exposure for AEW. Oh, travel around the world with this belt that says AEW on it. But doesn't matter that nobody cares. Yeah, exactly. But and now I can have multiple people doing it. I don't know. I didn't say it made sense, but
I hope someone more fun than what we predicted wins it, but we'll see.
No, yeah, we will see. Take a quick 5-second break for station identification.
This is the AEW Women's World Champion, Chris Statlander, and this is the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
Speaking of which, let's get right into it. Chris Statlander defending the AEW Women's World title against Ultimate Dragon, Mercedes Moné. Nikki, does Mercedes Moné make history? And what are your thoughts on this match?
I hate this match. I don't know why Toni would book this match. It makes no sense in my brain for Moné to lose. She's been this crazy belt collector. Has she has the TBS and then the TV Women's Ring of Honor that she just beat Red Velvet for Wednesday. I don't, and I'm sorry.
Is she Red Velvet? Is that her name? Or is that just the cupcake?
No, that's her name.
Her name's Red Velvet?
So she comes from your mama's kitchen.
But anyway.
I feel like it's way, again, this is a stupid fucking booking decision. I think it's way too soon to take the belt off Statlander, but I don't see a world in how does Statlander beat Mercedes Moné with all those fucking belts. And then people are saying, like, she'll lose this, and it'll be her downfall, and then she'll start losing all the belts. But, like, I don't think...
Well, that's a good question.
I don't think Statlander's at that stature yet. She should have been in another program first and had some, like, another program to be legitimate. Now, he's getting through the gate. This is not the time to do this.
So
it makes no sense.
That is Chris Statlander just... And I'll throw this out to the chat here. Is she just a transitional champion? Because, similarly, we were talking about Mark Briscoe potentially getting a thank you and winning the title. Like, is this a situation where Statlander, for being one of the pillars for the women's division for so long, got her run with the belt, and hey, thank you, you're going to have a month run with it, and now she's getting potentially fed to Mercedes?
It's a match he shouldn't have booked. This is not the time for this match. I think Statlander should, again, have done something else. And then maybe Mercedes should have defended her TBS belt. Like, this didn't need to happen.
Yeah, no, I think you could have spread this out a couple months and made her at least a little more credible to where it doesn't hurt both people. And that's the other question is, like, how do you feel about, Moné's run towards history with all the belt collector gimmick, where she's now the person who's had the most consecutive reigns at the same time in history, most belts?
I guess I'm torn. She's not my gal, really. I love that she's doing it. I think it's the back end of this is her paying it forward, like who is going to beat her for all these belts. And I think I know she's got like the belt from Poland. I don't want her to like vacate that and just like mail it off. Like, go back to Poland, put one of their girls over. Yeah.
Well, that's what, like, Steven called in last night. He's like, is she going to put over 12 other women? Or is it going to be...
She should.
Like, go, half of these titles are going to be vacant.
I would really hate that. So that does really nothing for any of the companies that you have the belts from.
Right.
Especially when...
Unless you're just saying that, like, oh, I just want my belt being shown on AEW TV and, like...
Yeah, but what's it really doing for the belt in Poland?
I don't know. Maybe you say, oh, there's a promotion in Poland. Because
of course, there's promotions everywhere.
But maybe I'll take a look at the promotion in Poland.
I don't know.
For that one match that... I get that exposure. That's the idea of cross promotion, right? More exposure for everybody, like different strokes for different folks. People don't get to maybe see you, hear you, whatever. They get to see you in a different scenario.
You have to go back to every single one of those territories or promotions and put over their gals. But like, I don't know. Or someone, is there a returning female or a female that can come out and disrupt this? And that's how
Britt Baker.
That's how Chris retains. I don't.
Yeah, it's
Chris winning clean just doesn't make sense to me.
Steven's got an. He said this before, that a program where Statlander wins and after Moné becomes obsessed, and Statlander will give Moné another shot if she vacates all the other belts. But then again, that doesn't put over anybody else.
Yeah.
Maybe Steven, she has to give shots like within the next month. Like, that'd be interesting. Like, within the next month or whatever, she has to defend all those belts. Like, something like that would be maybe a little bit more.
That'd be a lot.
It's a lot of work, yes.
A lot of travel on her. I don't know.
But it's 12 back. You could have 10 matches in a month, 12 matches in a month.
Yeah, but a lot
if they're all title matches.
But a lot of it's like overseas.
We'll just do a little loop. They do a loop.
Okay. I don't know. I think this is a conundrum that he didn't have to have.
No, I agree.
Or again,
it's early. But a lot of the booking that Tony does is very early.
Again, it's also my complaint about him booking women. Why is it not a world champion match? Why is it not a TBS match? You can only do 2 women matches? I don't know. I don't love this.
Yeah. I hear you. But Nikki, you and I are in agreement though here.
I know, and I feel bad.
We got Mercedes Moné.
I don't know.
But the chat's got stat. 67% got Statlander.
I think something has to happen. She's not winning clean.
Yeah, it could be a goofy.
But it was like, who can come out?
Yeah, like, who's she been? Cat, what's up, Cat? Cat's back. Cat, we're ready for you.
I don't love that statement, Cat. Don't love that statement.
AEW, maybe AEW. WWE's women's wrestling's been pretty damn good and on point. And even I was going to call again. I keep thinking War Games. Blood and Guts was phenomenal. The women's Blood and Guts was phenomenal. All right, Nikki, let's get to the main event. Samoa Joe, Hangman Page. If you missed it, let's catch you up on how we got it.
You're sick of feeling numb. You're not the only one. I'll take you by the hand and show a world you can understand. This life is filled with hurt when happiness won't work. Trust me, take my hand when the lights go out. You'll understand. With no love inside, I needed to survive. It cuts me, keeps me alive. I'd rather feel the pain than feel empty tonight. With no love inside, I needed to survive. It cuts me, keeps me alive.
All right, Nikki, what are your predictions and expectations? Hangman Page in a steel cage. A lot of Dr. Seuss's rhymes.
Another stipulation match.
Page in a cage. Page in a cage against Samoa Joe. And people in New Jersey pay to see Page in the cage.
It's going to be brutal. I think this is going to be a very hard-hitting, very physical, very... I hope we don't see syringes and center blocks again.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say Joe's not that kind of wrestler, but I feel like Joe's like, you're not putting a syringe in my mouth.
Yeah, no, he's not. No. He's one of the best technical wrestlers.
Yeah,
like
so let's-
it's going to be a smart psychological.
Yeah, and I feel like I have to go back to that because again, like the match with Hangman and Fletcher, like just give me two guys that just want to hit each other. I don't need all the stipulations all the time, and that's what I loved about again going back to boxing. He's like, I'm just going to wrestle you. Just give me some two big dudes matching each other.
Let's think. Do you like? So again, this is kind of being like. There's some people that you feel like are like transitional challengers that are credible people that come in the main event. Like, and Samoa Joe is one of them because he's a former AEW multiple-time world champion. I think 2-time world champion. No, at least once, but former world champion. And it adds credibility to Page's reign now that he just went through Death Riders to win the title, and now you want to make him a prestigious champion. But my question is, do you like this rivalry? How have you liked this rivalry the last 2 months since it's built up?
I have liked it. And I also feel like I said this with Drew last night, and I feel like it's like Samoa Joe. Wherever you plug and play him, he's 100% a credible threat to me. I think Samoa Joe has that prestige and history that, like, if Joe's coming after you, you're like, hope. And I think, again, like, he was like, we helped you win this. Like, you, like, kind of, you owe me sort of thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just I really like both of them, and I really like their work, and I do like what they've done together, and I like the promo that Hangman, cut on him and in the poncho, and him with the boot, and oh my god, I love Hangman.
They're great wrestlers. So like the matches and the way that they've set it up has been very, very well done. Matt's got a good point. He's like kind of mad on this match because he feels like Toni can't figure out a new direction for Hangman, so they're elongating the feud. Yeah. And Hangman's spinning his wheels somewhat. And he's putting in good matches. Yeah, like that's what I felt. It's like, but I get it because like you just had where did he win the belt off? Was it All Out? All In, out.
In against Mox.
Right. So when he wins it, like you're usually a transitional challenger. So like I get you throw Joe into this role.
Like, or because I don't know, this is probably one of your questions, but someone's going to come back tonight, either during this match or post this match, and that's going to be Hangman's next feud.
Yeah, and that's where I think MJF makes the most sense because
Yes.
MJF seems like he's been after him with the contract for a while, so like, but it still seems like we've talked about this on the show before. Like MJF should be probably the guy to take the belt off him anyhow. So like, if you introduce MJF now, it's like, what's he gonna do? He's already lost to him. Then Hangman only can keep the belt for another month and a half, 2 months max, because you can't have him Like,
Yeah,
how do you?
would it be?
Well, I guess they have less pay-per-views, so maybe.
No, they have World's End.
When's World's End?
December. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so I guess, but yeah, like you really can't elongate it that much.
What then Revolution's in March.
So then maybe then Revolution, but then you could stretch out for a third match where MJF finally takes the belt off of him, maybe, and that's a decent run. Maybe. I guess it seems like soon. Like, give me one random challenger in there in between before MJF does it, and then like let MJF come back in January, February, win the belt then.
Yeah, but it's also the conversation that I've had with them multiple times. Do I need a whole elaborate story for this match? Or is it, I know Hangman's your valiant babyface champion and Samoa Joe's a badass, and do I just want to see them beat each other in a cage? Again, not everything maybe needs to be Shakespeare.
I like Shakespeare.
I know, no, I do. I love all of it. That's why like, wrestling is such my favorite thing. Because whatever you want. Do I want long, drawn out stories and long term booking? Yes, I do. Do I love all the flippy doos? Yes, I do. Do I love comedy act? Give me Mr. Iguana all day. I love everything about pro wrestling. Sometimes you just want to see big men smack each other. And I'm okay with not necessarily, maybe this is not the greatest build or the greatest feud, but I'm into it.
That's fair. That's a nice little soapbox.
I know, man.
He said. Nikki, who you got?
I'm going Hangman. I don't think, as much as I think Joe's a credible threat, and I do very much like Samoa Joe and his book of work, but I think this is not the one to take it off Hangman.
I agree. Nikki and I agree on this one. So ultimately,
well, there's three.
So yeah, there's three that we disagree on. So
I went Fletcher, not Mark.
Yes. So I have Mark Briscoe, Darby Allin, and Ricochet. Nikki has Pac, Shelton Benjamin winning the Casino Battle Royal, and Fletcher retaining. Everything else, the remaining six, right? 9, yeah, 6, 9. Math is hard. And we agree on. So, Nikki, we will see, because, again, you're throwing that title on the line. That illustrious AEW title. Pure gold. Pure gold. It doesn't look like it, but it really, hold on.
Glorious.
It's very. But yes, so, and maybe you can catch me for the year because you're 2 behind me. So this could be the big switcheroo on the year.
I felt so good about my predictions for Wrestle Dream. I don't feel good about a majority of my besides Hangman. I think anybody else can fucking win.
Well, Nikki, put a bow on our portion. Now it's time for all of you. I mean, you joined in wonderfully throughout the show, but now it's your time to call it and let us know what you're drinking, what you're thinking about AEW Full Gear tonight at the Prudential Center in live from our home state of New Jersey. We want to know, what are your predictions? Do you have any surprises? Who do you think's returning? Maybe in the Casino Gauntlet. Do you have any title changes tonight? Maybe that we didn't have?
You tell us.
Yeah, you tell us. You never know. Nikki, my little blondie, it's that time. Hit the snare.
I was like an answer to that.
All right, I just got to get my layouts in order here because they're messing with me again.
I know. StreamYard, you're fucking up, man.
I know. I'm 2 seconds away from taking StreamYard out back. What are you going to say?
To show you the woodchuck?
Yeah. Hold on. Not that one. Not that one. It is this.
The anticipation.
Yeah, 'cause you can't do the thing and then. Okay, here's what I'll do. 1 second. Too many layouts. All right. First up, Nikki. New to the show. He's got a podcast of his own. Bring him in. Friend from South, Matt. Welcome in, Matt.
Hello.
How are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. What are you drinking? What are you thinking, friend?
Well, actually, I'm pretty boring. I'm drinking water.
Listen, a lot of people come in the show and hydrate, so drinking is not required. It's just part of the gimmick, so to speak. Live the gimmick.
Gotcha. As far as tonight's show, man, I'm looking forward actually to Mox and O'Reilly. I like the fact that they are both actually shoot martial artists, and I'm looking forward to seeing them bring some of that into the ring and really brutalize each other. I look forward to a lot of submission attempts, and those type of matches make me happy. So I'm looking forward to that one, and I'm also actually looking forward to Darby and Pac. Aside, those are really the only two matches that I'm hugely excited about. The rest of it, I'll watch and I'll enjoy, but I mean, those two matches are the ones that kind of get me out of my seat.
What do you feel? Do you feel like, we were talking about this earlier, like to me, the buildup for Darby Pac has been literally probably the best out of any of the matches, aside from maybe the Fletcher Briscoe match, storytelling wise on the card. They have the longest history. Like to me, I get that because he's been kind of the instrument of Mox this whole time. That's kind of what intrigues me about that.
Right. And I was glad to see that they did something intriguing with Pac after the Lucha Brothers departed and the whole Death Triangle thing kind of went away. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely those two matches are really why I'm watching tonight.
Now that makes a lot of sense. I mean, anything else if those two are kind of on the bookend, what in the mid card, or obviously we talked about there's some matches there that might be a little bit of a break, so to speak. But is there anything like do you have a specific return that you think is going to happen tonight, maybe in the Casino Gauntlet?
Well, I'm hoping for Jay White, but again, I don't know if he's been away long enough to have done whatever rehab and everything is required to get back to 100% and get medically cleared. So I don't know.
Yeah, he's been away for a long time.
Yeah, what time do you remember what time he went out? Because I feel like it feels like forever ago.
I mean, it's been since at least early 2025. So I don't know the precise timeline, but
it's March.
It's been a good bit. So
yeah, I just Google. It said March 2025.
Yeah. So I mean, it's been essentially 9 months. And what was the injury again? Was it his ACL?
I thought this was the hand thing. He was coming off the knee injury.
Broken hand.
And the broken hand.
And the shoulder.
That's right.
Both, yeah. Well, the shoulder injury in July, but yeah. Yeah, so he gets a little bit of everything. Hand and match.
I also worry he's a little injury prone.
Yeah, I worry about that too.
Because you have the leg thing and you came back and then basically immediately got injured again.
Yeah, we don't want to see him turn into another Adam Cole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart.
Yeah. A lot of potential there. Yeah, I hope Adam Cole. I mean, yeah, they just recently came out with the article that said he's still a long way away.
I honestly don't think we'll see him back.
No. I mean, what's his face? Sean Ross Sapp is saying now that the word backstage is that Cole's done. That they haven't made a formal announcement yet, but I hope that's not the case. But concussions are nothing to mess with, and so we'll see.
It could be something like with Bryan Danielson, like give your brain like a 5-year break and then maybe come back. But I feel like he needs to, for his health, to take it easy.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Matt, before we let you go, we say on our show you get your last shot. So your last point in, and then let everyone know. We know you got a great podcast that I found. I find a bunch of random people on YouTube, and Matt's got a great one. So let everyone know where they can find you as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on most social media platforms. Just search the Throwdown with Matt. I do live stream conversations mostly with independent wrestlers. I've had a few bigger names on, but I actually really enjoy focusing on the indies and being a small part of telling the story of people chasing a dream.
I love it.
It's the coolest thing in the world, and I've met some of the most amazing people doing this. I've been a fan since I was around 11, and I'm 56 now. And actually being a small part of a business that I've loved for 40 plus years has just been the coolest thing in the world, and just the most unexpected direction. Life will take you some interesting directions if you let it. So
that's and I love it. And that's exactly why we do it here, is to connect with wrestling fans like yourself around the world and just discuss what options, what could happen. We don't have to always agree, but it's fun. It's fun to talk about.
Oh, for sure.
Well, Matt, it's been a pleasure. Looking forward to catching you on your show there, and always welcome to come back. Fridays at 6. Hopefully, become a regular with us here.
Yeah, we'll do. Have a good one.
You too,
Ladies
and gentlemen. Matt,
making new friends.
I know, Nikki, making new friends, growing every week. You never know who's going to show up on the happy hour. Well, Nikki, about a week or so ago, we had a new friend on the happy hour too. So we got a new friend, and now becoming a new regular. Bring her in. So slightly right around where Matt is from, one state over. Bring her in from Matt to Kat. Kat.
What's up?
Hey,
How you doing, Kat?
I'm just sitting here watching the Michigan football game.
But you're from the South. Oh, well, I guess shouldn't you? Are you South? Wait, no, you're South Carolina, right? Or North Carolina?
I'm North Carolina.
So Clemson? No, not Clemson. Clemson? North Carolina? You're right, Clemson?
It would be UNC or Duke.
Oh,
Would be one of the teams from North Carolina you would pull for. But no, my husband was from Michigan, so
I couldn't drag Nikki over to the Jets.
No.
But
No.
yeah, we lived in Michigan for 4 or 5 years, so
it makes a lot of sense. Kat, it's your day. AEW is here. What are you thinking about Full Gear?
this is funny. There's nothing on the show that I'm really excited about, to be honest. What I'm most excited about is all the grifters on Twitter that have been bitching about this card, but they're gonna hate watch it.
Yeah, that's the rest of it.
That is my entertainment, is watching them bitch about something that you're paying money for to hate watch. I'm pretty sure I could spend my money on something better if I didn't like it.
Very true.
That's a fair point. So since we're all going to buy it, right? What are you looking forward to? Is there like, what match on the card intrigues you most?
Probably the Moxley O'Reilly match, because I could see it going either way. I could see Mox winning with help, or I could see a Raleigh winning.
Yeah, like,
but I don't see a Raleigh being like the kind of guy you would put your world title on.
right, and that's what's like surprising to me. Like, I get it. It to me, it seems very much like a payback or like a thank you from Mox to everyone that him and the Death Riders have put down this last year. Like, we're gonna put them back over on our way out. That's why I think tonight is finally I think the end of the Death Riders. I think we're gonna start to see some sort of crack and fragmentation of the group.
Yeah, I could see that. And if they don't start breaking up, everybody's having a conniption that they've gone on too long. But I mean, we're still doing the bloodline story in WWE, so I don't want to hear that bull crap.
It's a bad point. I mean, if you have what's the word, like what's the word, like, there's a word I'm looking for. Like look at Marvel, right? Like, they've done Avengers and different variations of that, and you have spin-off branches of the storyline. You can still use that storyline, like prequels and sequels and
I
things
think
like
it's
that.
an evolution. Like, I compared it to like the Judgment Day. Everyone thought like, oh, the Judgment Day was gonna die when Rhea left, and they're going on and did something different. Like, I'm excited. I think if Moxley left, because I do think he needs to be off TV for a little bit, as much as I love Moxley, but like, have Claudio or Marina or someone else be like that leader and have it do something different and spin off to feud with someone else.
I'm gonna make Nikki's night. Nikki, I'm going to make your night. So I was watching HOG last night, and I actually did enjoy the Indy Hartwell Shotzi match.
There we go.
I love it. You did make my night.
Listen, I get where you're getting at, because like, I just think that a lot of the production, I don't know who's like backstage. Yeah, like Toni hasn't built up the women on his roster well at all. Mercedes is the only one, and I think because he spent so much money bringing her in, he was like, I'm going to justify my $4 million a year. I think.
Well, I mean, I can understand him wanting to get his ROI off of her. The same reason the WWE put the title on Jade. They're going to get their ROI, and then once she drops that title, I'm probably going to see her be released.
Mercedes?
No, Jade in WWE.
Like, right? That'd be.
But y'all were talking about Mercedes. I do think she would go back to all these promotions and put over other talent, because I think that's what she wants to do.
That's fair.
But everybody's saying, bitching about her having all these belts. She doesn't walk into these promotions and say, hey, I'm going to take your belt. They voluntarily put the belt on her to get more eyes on their product.
Right. And that's what I was saying earlier. Do you think it's more like, but so, all things being equal, it's your promotion, right? And you have, said champion in Kat's promotion. Are you fine as a promoter saying, hey, as long as Mercedes is taking my, Kat's wrestling belt onto Dynamite every week, it looks good, it's good promotion for you? Or do you want her to come back and put over a star in your promotion? I would, in the contract, I would probably, you can hold the belt for like 6 months. 6 months later, you need to come back and put over one of my actual signed talents.
Yep.
Right.
So that gives you 6 months to walk around with my belt on you, promote my promotion, and then come back and put over someone that is loyal to my promotion, so to say.
No. Agree 1,000%. That's how it should be. And I'm hoping, I feel she's also a supporter of women's wrestling. She should go back and put all those people over, or someone from those promotions over.
But I will say, I mean, she is getting eyes on women's wrestling, because everybody's either loving her or hating her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, to be honest, we were talking about this last night when Steven called in. You need someone, male, female, whoever, multiple people that are going to put more mainstream eyes product on your product. And Mercedes is doing that one way or the other, whether it's Mandalorian or, just going on. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But I don't know. Kat, before we let you get out of here, what is your last shot for the night?
My last shot is I might have to change my jeans after seeing Kenny Omega.
Sure,
Because I'm an Omega girl.
Yeah, I am here for that.
Love me some Kenny Omega.
Yes.
And my last shot is, AEW very rarely misses on a pay-per-view, so you're in for a treat.
Agreed.
Fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, Kat, take care, Kat. We'll catch you next
Thanks. Bye,
week.
guys.
Bye.
Well, now I can do this.
Bye. Mwah. And good night, bang.
Now that could be Kat's intro, outro.
I mean, girl.
Well,
We did like
I couldn't. She broke me. She literally broke me with that.
he was when we met him briefly. He was very nice.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think. 'Cause I really wanted just.
It was Kenny and
It was Kenny and the Young Bucks.
yeah.
And there's part of me that really wanted a picture just with Nick, so we could have like a Nick Club photo. But it all happened so fast. But Kat, I am there with you. I'm here for that.
I don't even.
You guys talk about boobs all day on this podcast. Me and Kat can appreciate Kenny Omega, okay?
You can. You can appreciate Kenny Omega.
We'll change our pants together, girl. I'm here for it.
It's interesting who's crushing on who. I just was. It's funny.
I know. You like what you like. The heart wants what the heart wants, baby.
Yeah. The heart does want what the heart wants. But, all right, Nikki. Put a little bow on it as we are. Geez, what time is it? We're about an hour and a half out of zero. Well, they're not calling it 0 hour anymore.
No, it's the brawl, tailgate brawl.
Tailgate brawl. But
0 hour sounds so much better. Just 0 hour. I don't know. Brawl for all.
But yes, very close to Full Gear. Before you go, make sure you smash the old like and subscribe. We are back here Friday doing our WWE. We're going to be recapping this week, right? This Full Gear and previewing Survivor Series. So Friday's show is going to be a very, and probably I might throw in some trivia. Kat, sorry for yeah.
I love it. I'm here for this. I am here for this.
Kat and Steven. Steven breaks Nikki. Now Kat breaks me.
I love it. I'm here for this.
But before we get out of here, let's let Tony Khan take us out.
And I'm really happy that, we've had shows here that have been excellent before, but tonight was by far the biggest attendance AEW's ever had. We had an amazing crowd, and I think one of the best shows we've ever done. And put our stamp and an indelible moment for AEW.
Another indelible moment, Nikki. Another great show. Another big record-breaking AEW show for us. Kat's on the show. New friends, Kat and Matt.
New friends. Making new friends.
Yeah. So, looking forward to it. Friday, we expect you all back. Matt, Kat, Reese, the whole regulars. Everyone's coming back in. Steven!
Yeah.
And he's in the chat. But until next time, you do not have to go home.
But you can't stay here. Go watch AEW.